Yeah, what was that line that they would always say? It was, is that what it was?
Niggas roll out.
This is
Some nigga shit.
this is what threw me off. Now so there was something that bothered me the whole time I was watching the Transformers thing, and I don't know whether all right, so I grew up with the original.
Okay, hold on. Before you start, hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Everybody Gets One. We're here with SF Design Sam, aka Plantain Poppy. We have CC, aka CC the Geek, aka Go Follow Her Feet, aka well, hashtag CC's feet. And a hashtag Sam's Nips. And we have our comic book connoisseur, Griffin Studios.
Let's go.
AKA Rio, AKA I still don't have another name for you.
AKA, and you just start yelling.
AKA how he works for the military.
I'm gonna start calling you Two-Tone Malone.
No. I know where you got that from. Yikes.
No.
That's
I was
racist.
just thinking about it. But anyways, yeah, so what bothered you about this?
We're talking about Transformers, everybody.
Yes. Yeah, today's episode is not sponsored by anybody, but we're talking about
Hasbro?
Transformers. What is it? War for Cybertron?
Yeah,
the first part of its Siege.
Yep. First of the trilogy.
So, all right. So I grew up with the original Gen 1 Transformers, which essentially this feels like a prequel to that.
Yes.
And from the very first episode all the way to the end, there was one thing that bothered me.
What was that?
Optimus Prime's voice.
Thank you. Okay, we're on the same. Okay, we both have that same issue.
Yes. So I knew I was gonna do this while I was watching. I was like, right, I gotta find out who the voice actor is because it can't be the original guy, Peter Cullen.
No, definitely not.
He's not.
He's got a voice like Stan.
He's very distinct.
It's like very distinct. Yeah, like You're not gonna mistake him for anybody else. Mm-hmm. So I looked up who the voice actor for Optimus Prime is in this new one, and if you look it up, like if you guys have your computers, look up who the voice actor is. This kid looks like he's like 17 years old.
That's not.
That's stupid.
Optimus Prime.
I'm looking at
Jake. His first name is Jacob, but he goes by Jake.
Jake Tillman Fushi.
We're not calling him Jake.
Yeah, Optimus Prime need to have a grown man voice.
I mean, he's been in other things like Transformers Cyberverse, Transformers Rescue Bot Academy, and then
also all the kid shows.
I mean, basically, yeah.
Right, but
I mean, 3 rows though, just 3 rows in Transformers.
Right, but if you're gonna have a 17-year-old kid do a voice on Transformers, unless he's got a serious baritone voice, then it needs to be Bumblebee. Because Bumblebee's a kid.
Yeah. So I mean, this thing. I watched a few episodes of the Gen 1, and then I was talking to my boy about it, and we both agreed that pretty much Optimus Prime was pretty much a bitch throughout this whole series. He was a big ass bitch. Couldn't be decisive on anything. Like I had to give it up to Elita 1.
Yes.
Even though, because he told me that Elita 1 was basically Optimus Prime's counterpart. But then also big shout out to Bill Rogers. He's a voice actor that I'm friends with, and then he also does the voice of Brock on Pokemon. So he did a good job in doing Wheeljack. So just big shout out to him.
Well, as far I don't remember anybody else, being a voice actor for any other characters. I really didn't care about any of them except for Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime's voice is the only one voice that really matters. And hey, I'm sorry, dude. What's his name again?
Jake. Fushi.
I was trying to look for him. Jake Fushi. I'm sorry, bro. You trash. Straight trash. Hold on. The reason why you trash, all right?
God,
is because why is Optimus Prime always talking so slow like this?
He was too.
He never did that.
Yes.
I think he had to force it. And when
I mean,
force it, you have to talk, so you can't talk.
He was doing it so slow.
So slow. That shit was
And I'm like,
irritating.
can we move this along a little bit? He's like, we must make a decision about the Allspark. Alita, this is not the life I wanted for us. Like, come on, bro. Come on, speak this up, man. It's a war.
It's not a war. It's a 20-minute episode. So you gotta speed this joint up.
If you go back and watch it, when you remember when they meet up with Ratchet because they need him to fix the portal. Every time he says Ratchet's name, it is super slow. Thank you, Ratchet.
So, the one thing that I actually liked about this series, because normally we see Bumblebee as a reconnaissance guy. He's a scouter. He's a warrior. But this one, he's more of a mercenary.
No, he's not a mercenary.
He's a scavenger basically.
Yeah.
So
he's just trying to survive.
That's the whole thing that he was trying to do, just try to survive. He wasn't trying to be brought into anyone's war. And he even told Optimus, like, look, I helped you guys. I helped Wheeljack find Energon. You guys brought me into this. This is not my fight. This is your fight. And then Optimus was like, was
it
that
is
obvious
your
that
fight.
I was going to ask you?
Nigger.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. Optimus Prime dropping the N-bomb now.
That would be hilarious. Then I cry. I'm crying laughing if I hear that.
He does have quite the black voice. When he...
Kind of.
Yeah, Peter Cullen, which I looked up Peter Cullen's Wikipedia. Here's a little fun fact. He was actually in an episode of In Living Color.
No.
You kidding me?
Okay, he black.
I promise you. I couldn't believe it.
That is cool.
He got the black card.
Man.
Yep, honorary black man. I'm giving it to him.
So what did y'all think about Megatron?
Whack. Well, no,
really?
No. I spoke too soon. Voice acting trash. Again.
Okay, I was about to say the same thing. Voice acting was trash.
Some people said that Megatron's voice acting was better than.
It was better than Optimus. It was still trash.
Yeah.
There's different levels to trash. There's the nasty trash you don't want to touch, like the banana peels, and then there's the trash, a piece of paper that you can just pull out and probably reuse again.
But you think everything's trash, though?
Yeah, there's levels to trash.
But trash is trash.
No, it's not.
I think it's unfortunate because we expect the voice actors to sound like the voice actors we're used to.
They ain't had a budget. I don't think they had the budget.
No. They didn't. They didn't.
Huh? What was you gonna say, Sam?
They didn't have the budget for this. Especially like if you were to get somebody like Mark Hamill or whatever, you don't have the budget for that.
Yeah, you see, it was Rooster Teeth.
Cullen, yeah,
it was Rooster Teeth, which was shocking to me. They're the ones who make Red versus Blue, that Halo little skit. That's where they started off at. They made Red versus Blue on YouTube. Then they started making what's the girl with the scythe?
Michael B. Jordan.
What's the chick with the scythe?
Shit. I know which one you talked about.
Yeah.
Oh, Ruby.
Yeah, and they made Ruby, and now they're on this transfer, which is a big come up. Don't get me wrong.
A very big come up.
You came from doing Halo videos on YouTube to making a full blown movie or TV series on Netflix. That's a big come up. But they probably should have asked Netflix for a little bit more money so they can get a little bit more better voice acting. The voice acting to me was forgettable. I do not want to hear Megatron's voice ever again. I do not want to hear Optimus Prime's voice ever again. Starscream
was spot on.
Was okay. Starscream was okay.
Yes.
He was passable.
Bumblebee
he was still annoying.
Okay.
Yeah, well, Bumblebee just sounded like a normal robot. Like all the other ones who sound like normal robots who were just doing their job and trying to fight this war, they sounded fine.
Bumblebee doesn't have as much of a standard because one, in the movies, he doesn't talk.
Yeah, he doesn't talk. He lost his voice box.
He does talk. He uses the radio to talk. So every time he talks, he has a different voice. And then in the animated series back in the day, I don't really remember his voice.
I don't remember his voice either.
So after the Transformers movie, I think there was like a whole bunch of Bumblebee was more so in the forefront now. Because if you think about the old Transformers, I don't think you would even hear Optimus talk to Bumblebee or whatever. But now, Bumblebee, since they started making that movie, Bumblebee is a favorite compared to Optimus Prime. So in the animated series or even in a 3D animated series, he always talks.
Mhm.
He always has a voice.
It's just a different voice every single time or something.
Yeah.
Especially because if you think about it, like if you're making a movie that's catering to like kids or young adults, they relate to Bumblebee because he's the younger one.
Yeah, he's the young one. He's the spry one.
Yeah,
he's yellow. Like
right.
Little kids like bright colors.
He's the cool sports car, you know. So,
yeah. so here's the thing. We've seen a whole bunch of like Autobots and Decepticons getting massacred left and right. Though there's this one Autobot, Cog, who basically took a shot. Half of his chest was blown away. That was
hilarious.
Half of his chest was blown away. But then, what's that girl? It's not RC. Chromia.
The blue one?
Yeah.
She got all her arms ripped off?
Yes, by zombies, right? But then she didn't survive. Which
doesn't make any sense. Like the continuity of this, like, you know how you talk about power scaling and, you know, like how much damage something can take? The damage scaling in this thing is completely off. You can't get shot in the chest and kind of survive it and then only get your arms and you're a robot. Remember this. We're talking about robots in space. All right. You can't get your arms pulled off and then you just spark out. Like what?
But here's the thing though.
Doesn't make any sense.
Starscream got his arm chopped off and he was able to survive.
Yeah, right? They just made him a new arm.
Exactly. They just
put him in a new one.
They just put him in the same hibernation chamber and then just grew back his arm or whatever. But then the thing is, as long as your spark doesn't go out, you're able to survive.
Yeah.
So how the hell did Chromia not be able to surve? Like if she
I don't know, maybe her spark was in her armpit or something. I don't know.
Oh shit.
What?
I don't know, man.
So all right. So who is the MVP of this first part of the series for you guys? Because I got an MVP.
Okay. Well, you go.
Nah. We're gonna keep it.
Okay.
Go, Sam.
I'll say I was about to call him Prowler, but Prowl.
Which one was Prowl? You know I don't remember these people's names.
That's the one that basically jumped in front of was it Red Alert?
All these robots look the same.
Red Alert was about to get shot because he was about to press the button to activate the space bridge, but Prowl
jumped in the way.
Yeah.
Got in the way. I would say for me, I'm torn between the Doctor and
Ratchet.
Who was Optimus Prime's
Alita one?
Nah, not his girl. Well, his girl too. Alita Prime. Okay, now you got me. Dang it! Now I got three. The Doctor. I forgot his name.
Ratchet.
Alita, and Optimus Prime's boss. I forgot his name.
Ultra Magnus.
Yeah, these crazy ass name Ultra Magnus. All right, yeah, and Ultra Magnus. Reasons, all right, because they were more human relatable to me. Like the Doctor's like, I'm not taking sides no more. I used to build weapons. Now I'm about to help, just help people. I don't care if you're a Decepticon or Autobot. If you're injured, I'm helping, which is something a Doctor would do. I like that. All right. And he put rules down. Like, if you come here, we all working together. Like, he could have saved Cybertron before Optimus Prime could, because he was able to say, all right, we're hurt. We're all hurt. We all know what pain feels like. Now let's work together to keep each other alive. Then you got Alita, obviously, because she was more decisive than Optimus Prime.
Yep.
Way more. And she spoke normally instead of speaking like this. Then you got who else did I say? Ultra Magnus. Because Ultra Magnus, again, he's like, all right, we got to end the war. It's not a favorable thing to do, to surrender, but the numbers, if you looked at it from a practical standpoint, the Autobot numbers was like 15 people, bro.
Yeah.
it was nobody.
Yeah.
Versus pretty much the entire planet.
Yeah.
Like Megatron had the political side, so he had like all the regular bots just like, just turn along. He had the military might. He wasn't winning this war, bro.
Hey, it was make Cybertron great again.
Yeah, exactly. He was trying to make Cybertron great again, man. And
All right.
He clearly did it.
CC.
Because your ass ran away on the space bridge.
I'm gonna go with Alita. Definitely badass.
Yeah.
And
Everybody likes her.
Mm-hmm. And it was just nice to see like a prominent woman, and she was actually a good character, not just like a throwaway.
Not
like,
a throwaway.
Right, here's your non-man thing, you know. But,
Well, and she was a gangster for staying. She stayed back. She was like, nah, I'm gonna finish this joint. You go ahead and run away. I'm gonna finish this.
Yeah. And then I'm Bumblebee, because I like Bumblebee, and it's refreshing to see him talk and then have his own little story and do his thing on his own. Because like you said, he usually is kind of like blended with the rest of them, and then he'll do his thing in battle and stuff, but other than that, they don't really develop his character much in the animated series.
Yeah.
That's refreshing.
You're right, because that was very fresh to see him doing something outside of just, hey, look at me, mascot. Hey, I'm gonna fight something.
Just to see him be his own person. Yeah, really.
All right, now the grand prize. Let's hear what Rio's MVP was.
So mine is actually a Decepticon.
Okay.
Jetfire.
Oh,
the one. Yeah, the one who, and you could tell from the very first episode,
he was gonna switch sides.
That he really wasn't about it. Like, but he would also shoot you.
Oh yeah, he had no problem shooting you.
Yeah, I mean, he shot a couple people, I want to say, but like as far as he was destroying Starscream, like as far as like as a warrior.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he's way better than Starscream.
Like, yeah, like I mean, when they had the little chase scene where all the what the heck was the name of their squad?
Seekers.
Yeah, the Seekers, when they were all going after him.
Yep.
He was like, man, I'm the man. Like, y'all can't really do nothing to me, in this situation. But then they eventually hit him, but he still tricked them.
It took him a while to hit him.
Yeah, it did. But yeah, I just feel like his character, I don't know, it was a cool switch up. I mean, it was predictable, you could see it coming, but he was important on multiple levels. As far as showing like that not everybody who was a Decepticon was down for what Megatron was trying to do. Then when he switched, he was the one who gave them the map that led them to getting to the Allspark.
Now that you say that, you actually brought up another issue that I had. Like, I just forgot about it. You just brought it up. All right, when you were saying like, him switching sides from being a Decepticon. Well, I guess he's an Autobot now, even though he still has his Decepticon symbol on. As far as I'm concerned, he's still a Decepticon until you switch. You need to scratch that off, that decal off, and go get another one from Sticker Mule and get that joint put right up on you. But you brought up an issue that I had, right? Again, with trying to keep things in line, like a continuity or something. Like how we said, power, you getting shot in one part, you're alive, but if you get your arms ripped off, you die. So the thing with switching from Autobot to Decepticon has a problem with it, right? So you can willingly switch, right? But for some reason, you can also be memory wiped and then turn into a Decepticon anyway. Which is kind of, I understand what they're saying because they're robots. But at the same time, I'm like, if that's the case, you could have easily won the war from the jump street, just hire a couple hackers and just hack the entire system and everyone's a Decepticon. If that's the case, this show would be over in like literally the beginning.
Yeah, but remember Starscream actually said something about that. He said that when Megatron came up with that as an option to win the war, remember he had his little speech with the people and he was like, these Autobots aren't real Decepticons, even if we mind wipe them and try and bring them over. He was they're just fakes.
It doesn't matter if you think they're fakes, but if you wipe them, that's like rebooting a computer. If I reboot it, it still got rebooted. It doesn't remember anything of what it was before. It's still rebooted.
Yeah, but everybody else remembers. That's the whole thing.
It doesn't matter if they remember.
It does
just
matter.
Win the war.
So here's the thing. So basically, we all know, I'm bringing Naruto into
I'm a practical bad guy. Win the war.
Also, you wipe out like a hard, like, isn't it always, stuff is always on the hard drive, right? So
in the registry. But you can't access the registry. If you're a sentient robot, you can't access your own registry.
Right.
So either which way, they're going to be a Decepticon. And as they gain more memories, it's going to wipe out their Autobot registry anyway.
Right, but as Sam was saying, like if there's other people who are around them who trigger their memory of their past,
Oh,
like,
what they used to be, they wouldn't like them.
Yeah.
Well, then just shoot them in the head after you're done wiping them. Well, no, that won't work because we don't know where their spark is. All of them.
Yeah.
You could probably blow his head off and he'd still be alive.
That's like okay, if you were to attack a city or whatever, people will remember it. But if they decide to wipe your brain to make you part of them, the whole village is gonna remember and hate you. And you're gonna wonder, why did they hate me?
Okay, well, we'll think about this. Let's bring real war into the situation, right? We've been in wars with a lot of countries. Germany, we've been at war with multiple countries in the Middle East, and we've been at war with Japan, right? And you Vietnam. Guys, and Vietnam, I forgot. Even though they try to say it's just a military action, it was a war.
And Mexico.
And Mexico, right? We love going to Mexico. Mexicans don't hate us. We love going to Japan. For the most part, Japanese people don't hate us. You're buying all their products, especially Rio. You got all the PlayStations, right? We don't hate them. The animosity changes over time. Well, so you're not going to hold the same animosity for the entire rest of your life unless you're like a Nazi or something or an imperialist. That's the only way you're keeping that animosity for such a long time.
But all right, so you got to remember.
Sorry for bringing realism into this fantasy game.
Because you're giving them you're either leaning too much towards
into reality,
like a computer, and then forgetting that they still have like a certain set of like rules or honor that they go by. That's why Megatron didn't just kill Ultra Magnus.
Yeah, because he respected
what I'm saying, right? And then the other thing is from what I got from the story, the Autobots were kind of like in the beginning, they were like the elitists. They had the theaters. They were going to Whole Foods. You know what I'm saying? And all that.
Leaving us with the scraps.
Right. Whereas the Decepticons were like the miners. They were mining the Energon and doing all the dirty work.
Hold on, you might be right.
That
Megatron
was where, like,
is
the
Trump.
Uprising came from.
No.
Megatron is Trump. Remember, he said he gonna bring the coal mines back, and then Megatron was like, "Yeah, I'm the one who got y'all out the mines. We out here."
He's taking that resentment that they have, like the lesser class, and he's twisting it in a way that makes them want to like
and weaponizing it. Yeah. Oh my God, Megatron is Trump.
Oh my God.
Make Cybertron great again.
So here's the thing. I'm trying to figure out, like, and I got to talk to my boy about this, like, what actually sparked this whole fight? Because, like Rio said, like,
but the backstory is going to be different for each different version of it.
So Megatron and all the Decepticons, they're predestined. They were predestined to work in the Energon mines and just drill and dig up Energon for the rest of the people.
That's racist.
The Autobots. So I'm trying to figure, like, who exactly decided to be like, you know what? I'm not digging no more. I'm tired of this shit. Like, who exactly started the whole thing?
Black robot.
I'm trying to.
I think it was Megatron, because if you remember, there was a scene where when Megatron and Ultra Magnus were sitting at the table together, they had actually fought in a war together. Against who, I don't know, but
that's true. They fought in a war, so you had the nerve to pull them out the mines when you needed them to fight this war. Right. But as soon as this war is over, you say, all right, go back to the mines where you belong, boy. That's pretty much what happened. So if you think about it, the Autobots deserve this shit.
It's like Star Wars with robots.
Pretty much. It literally is. Because if you think, well, I'm not going to promote that. Well, y'all ever watch Game Theory? This YouTube channel. It's called Game Theory, but they also have another channel called Film Theory, right?
Oh yeah.
And so they did one on Star Wars, right? And they did one on how that pretty much the rebels, the good guys,
right,
are actually they will F up the entire economy by what they're doing. By, like, it's one thing to get rid of someone out of power. It's another thing to destroy an entire economy and be like, hey, we're heroes, and then just like leave the galaxy in mess. So when you think about it, they are the bad guys. The rebels are the bad guys, and the Autobots, technically, socially, they're the bad guys.
Well, it's not. That's the whole point of it. It's not that black and white.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't hate the Decepticons the way I used to.
Yeah. This one, like, I was always a fan of like Decepticons or whatever. Like, I really like the Decepticons, but this basically,
because you like the color purple.
no, I don't like the color purple.
Yes, you do.
But anyways,
Niger.
This basically, to me, the winner for this, like which side that I'm on, was basically the Decepticons, because of basically they were pretty much miners, slavers, or whatever, what have you, and then basically they decided to fight back against the Autobots. I felt like the Autobots really didn't. They're trying to figure out, like, okay, what the hell's going on, but without realizing what they actually did. And the Decepticons kept putting that in their face, but the Autobots was like, okay.
Oh, well, you could push a man so far, and then he has to, fire his laser cannon at you, I guess. So, Megatron got pissed off, and he like just transformed into a gun. And he was like, "All right, we'll stick him up."
To me, like, Megatron reminded me of Ghost of Tsushima, like Jin Sakai.
Oh my god!
No. Here's the thing, because Shockwave had a virus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is basically poison. Had a virus to kill.
You can't do that. You can't be talking all the things that happen in Ghost of Tsushima. You can't do that.
Whatever. So Shockwave had a way to basically, harm the Autobots. And
there's got to be another way you could explain that without Ghost of Tsushima.
Anyway, okay.
Is there a Naruto way to do it?
No. It's not a Naruto way to do this, because here's the thing. Megatron was like, there's no honor in using this virus or whatever. But then he also said that there is no honor in war. So he basically chose to use the virus in order to basically,
Right. But see, you another thing that you said, or actually I think it was you, Alex, you said Megatron transforms to a gun. That was actually another issue that I had with the show. There were situations where they could have transformed into their like vehicle forms.
Yeah. And they never did.
And they didn't. They would just run. And I'm like, you would be so much faster
if
you just transformed into the vehicle.
And Optimus. They run so slow. They move like 2 miles per hour running.
Yes.
It's like they're moonwalking, but kind of forward. Right. It was kind of weird watching them run. I'm like, just transform, bro.
Right. And when they were in their vehicle forms, they did so much more damage. They would run into people, hit them with the side. And when they were fighting, they were just like, Optimus Prime was getting the brakes beat off of him the first time he met up with Megatron. I mean,
smashed up.
I was like, his energon is super low. Like give that man some energy because he's getting worked. But
he had trouble then, but then towards the end, he chopped the Decepticon in half.
Yeah, he chopped Megatron in half though.
No, I did like the way they
he ain't got them big wheels.
When Megatron first showed up, that was cool. I thought that it made him feel like huge, like he felt like his presence felt like, okay, yeah, this is the leader, like he's the one who's running stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully next season they'll fix some stuff. But Optimus Prime's voice, man,
is annoying.
They're not gonna get the budget for the original Optimus Prime. They're not. They're gonna stick with this whole cast.
Yeah.
Damn.
Boo.
That's a blower.
But even if they stick with this whole cast, like I did like the fact that we got to see a lot more of the female Autobots and Decepticons
until they killed them.
Yeah. So there's like I think there's like a total of like 5 or 6.
What, women?
Yeah.
I saw one get ripped to shreds.
RC, Chromia, Moonracer.
Did any of them get on the Ark?
Alita 1.
She didn't get on the Ark.
Yeah,
she was on the Ark.
Behind.
She stayed behind. Yeah.
Yeah, she stayed behind with Jetfire.
Yeah.
And there was 2 female Autobots.
So where do you guys think this series is going after seeing them go on the Ark? My prediction is that this is not going to go the way a traditional Transformers goes, where we follow Optimus Prime. for some odd reason, I think we're gonna stay on Cybertron because those characters that are left behind are way more interesting, and we don't know their story.
They're probably gonna do a little bit of both, quite honestly.
Yeah, they're gonna go back and forth.
Yeah.
Episodes on Cybertron, and they're gonna have some episodes that track what Optimus Prime is doing because that's their, that's
bread and butter.
Yeah.
I would prefer them to try something different and just be different. Like let him tell the story of him getting on that arc and dipping out. We already know where he's going. He's going to Earth. They're gonna meet some little kid. They're gonna be friends. Oh, Bumblebee. Things are gonna happen on Earth. We already know how that happens. But the war on Cybertron is something that they've never deep dived into. And now Alita is a vicious character, and I don't want her to be like, all right, well, we're on the arc. Screw you. Don't do that to them.
And it would be nice just to see female or just non-male character in general that's consistent in the series
and good.
Yeah.
And not getting her arms ripped off.
I mean, it's kind of it sucks that her character identity is a little bit tied to Optimus Prime, but it is.
Yeah, it is. There's nothing we could do. But I guess they wanted to do that to make it. This is why I felt like they were setting up for it to be more about them, because they purposely did that so she seems like the leader. She's connected to the leader, so she is the leader when he's not around, because she led that second, that ground wave. That's her job, is to make sure everything runs right when he's not around. So I want to see her take control of this whole war that's going on with Cybertron. I don't mind them going to look at Optimus, but we already know what's happening with Optimus. We literally know what's happening. Go watch the old show. We know exactly what's going to happen.
Well, it might not happen that way. It might not happen.
But why follow the same boring character over and over? Optimus Prime, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to say this right now. Optimus Prime is not interesting.
Who knows? This whole thing, it might end up being where Megatron and Optimus come together to basically fight.
That's not happening.
To fight one force, Unicron. It might I don't know. It might happen that way.
That's not going to happen. I guarantee you that's not going to happen. They will show Unicron. It'll probably be back on Cybertron after all this is over, but they don't need to follow Optimus Prime again. Let's be honest here. How interesting is Optimus Prime? Somebody tell me something interesting about Optimus Prime.
Well, he's a Trump.
Samuel. Okay, fuck you. All right, Rio, Go ahead. Tell me something interesting about Optimus Prime.
He has the matrix of leadership.
Oh, okay. No one gives a fuck. CC, anything interesting about Optimus Prime?
That's pretty much it. If you were to look at the Transformers, the Justice League, Optimus Prime's basically
Superman. Yeah. So he's boring.
He's not supposed to necessarily the thing that makes characters interesting most of the time is conflict and struggle, and he's the most powerful motherfucker.
Not beginning though. He wasn't.
Well, that's true. I mean, but he's one of the more powerful characters.
He's supposed to be. He's not showing it at all.
Right.
No.
He's seen it all, done it all. He's that guy.
Bruh.
Freeman.
I'm about to bring up Beast Wars again. Optimus Primal is more beast than him. No pun intended. Optimus Primal from Beast Wars, the retro version of Optimus Prime. He's more gangster than him. That don't make no sense. The dude he didn't care. He was busting off his guns all the time. This nigga was flying around. This nigga got a surfboard. This nigga turned into the Silver Surfer. Then he even got Optimus Prime's actual stuff near the end of the show because they found the arc. So Beast Wars is in a different dimension of Earth. Well, it's a different dimension of Earth. It's not the same Earth because they found the arc on that Earth. And he somehow got Optimus Prime's gear and everything. And he was still more gangster than Optimus Prime. It doesn't make any sense. He never got chopped in half. All right. None of his boys never got their sparks ripped out because they got their arms dislocated. These niggas weak. This nigga's weak. Let's follow Alita. Let's follow Alita. This nigga is weak.
Say you like Beast Wars more. It's okay.
Well, I don't like Optimus Prime. He's weak.
Beast Wars the show was the shit.
It is the shit. I will not argue that it's the shit. But
Optimus Prime is weak. I'm siding with the Decepticons. Fuck Optimus Prime.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
So for the next season, all I'm looking forward to seeing is the Dinobots and the Constructicons.
They're gonna show the Destructicons. They got to Constructicons.
Yeah, because actually, I thought that the Guardian, when he went to go talk to the Guardians, I was like, oh, the Constructicons, and then I was like, oh no, wait a minute, what is this? Like, who is this dude?
And the thing is, now you brought up another thing I have a problem with. So there's these giant ass robots all over Cybertron, right? The Guardians or whatever they are. They're like the Autobots and Decepticons and every single robot's forefather, pretty much, right? They're like basically an ancestor of them.
Yeah.
They can end this war. Like, just step on everyone. Step on both sides. Don't discriminate. Just start stepping on everybody.
But okay, so that's not their purpose, though. Their purpose is only if there's like no. Their purpose is if there's like a threat to Cybertron. Like they're the Guardians. If there's a threat to the planet, okay, they don't care about the squabbles between the little minions that live there. You know what I mean? Like we don't care what ants do. What ants are doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though they're fucking up the foundation under the house.
And they're fucking up each other's colonies. They're fucking up each other.
Right. Like, we're not sweating that. But
let them eat through the core of the earth or something. Now we're like, okay, this guy stopped.
Right.
He'll kill all the ants. Yeah. I guess. But I'm like, once they saw what was going on, right, and that one giant Guardian came out to help, if I was that Guardian, I would just start smushing everybody. So you got to confuse them. You smush a couple of Decepticons, the Autobots will be like, yeah, they on our side. You start smushing some Autobots and be like, oh, whoa, what's going on? Now everybody going to start scurrying. And then you can just go like this and just start wiping. Just start wiping your hand on the ground. And start
they didn't need a Guardian, though. They didn't need a Guardian. That arc, just one 360 swipe of that laser beam destroyed a whole bunch of Decepticons. They didn't need that Guardian.
Yeah, but they didn't have much energon at the time. It was a risky move. They had to have a backup plan. They didn't have a choice. Remember, they couldn't get enough energon to even keep each other going.
Yeah, but they came back with like 2 cubes.
Yeah,
it
was still too risky. It was risky. They got to do what they got to do.
Yeah, who's that fake Soundwave who was like an asshole?
Yeah, he's a replicant of Soundwave.
Yeah. It's Shockwave.
Soundwave.
Yeah.
I don't know which one is which though. Which one is the fake me out? Is it Soundwave or Shockwave?
I think it was Sound Blaster.
Soundwave.
Yes, no, Sound Blaster. It's Sound Blaster.
Sound Blaster?
Yeah, he's a clone. He's a clone of Shockwave.
Okay, right. Okay.
I hate these names. Shockwave, Soundwave. What's another wave? I know there's another one. Yeah, they googling. No, how many waves are there?
No, there's
Shockwave. Come on.
The Shockwave, Soundwave.
That's two's too many. Keep on going.
And that's about it on the Decepticon side.
And then who's that guy in the middle?
Sound Blaster.
Sound Blaster. All right. Well, fuck you, Sound Blaster.
Yeah, he was whack.
That does sound whack. I'm sorry.
And then his little symbol was whack. It looked like a monkey. It looked like a smeared Decepticon sound with a monkey in the middle. What was that? He tried to make his own fake meow emblem. He got that joint off Etsy.
Shut up, dog. That joint looked like an alien, though. It looks like a. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, that joint look.
Actually, if you look at it close enough, it looks like a bird.
He got that joint off Nice Kicks. He got that joint off the wrong website. He went to
got that joint off East Bay, yo.
You know how you got like Kobe's real shoe, like the Kobe 5s? He got the Mamba mentalities. He ain't got the actual joint on.
Shut up, dog.
Got the Jordan brand, not the retro. He got the Jordan brand on.
Oh my god.
The oversized shorts.
Nah.
Fake. You remember the shorts, don't you, Griff? You remember that shit? That Jordan brand shit? Got you looking like Nelly from 1998?
Yeah, shit, yeah.
You said what now?
Man capris.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it was. Them big ass shorts. Like, what the hell? What the hell was people wearing? I'm so glad I ain't wearing none of that shit.
They still wear them in Baltimore.
Baltimore?
Yeah.
And they still drinking water.
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 DMV thing. Water.
Water.
Baltimore's like, dude.
Oh yeah, from The Wire, that chick.
What's up, dude?
I forgot her name. Dude.
What up, dude? I'm down here.
All right. So, how did everyone feel about this first season?
Rio?
Yay or nay?
It could have been A1, but I'm gonna give it a C plus. I give it a C plus. The art style was pretty decent, pretty detailed. The action was okay. The voice acting failed where it needed to be at its best, and was good where it needed to be good. The storyline was pretty solid. It left enough mystery to make you wonder, that they could still fill in stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But also wasn't like super confusing. I don't know. That's basically about it as far as my thoughts on it. I'll watch the next season. If the next season fails me, then I might be done.
So, for me, I pretty much agree with Rio, but I'm going to be a little more harsh. To be honest, well, okay, yeah, action, all right. Graphics, visually, to me was pretty beautiful-ish. It's getting you pretty, you cute, you cute. It was cute. Voice acting, we already know trash. I'm not giving, especially with your main characters, straight up trash. But I hope, like I said, I hope Alita is going to be the new main character, and everybody who's left on Cybertron is the main character, because those people were interesting to me. So hopefully that's where the series goes. But I can't grade it on hopes, so I gotta say that the voice acting is trash. Story-wise, where it's going, it was nice to see the war on Cybertron. It was good to see like the beginning of everything. So points for that. Overall, what would you say? You said like a C or something?
C plus.
I'm giving that joint a D minus.
Sheesh.
E minus.
God damn.
Like the framework is there. Like the framework of the house is up. Somebody just thought it was a good idea to use cardboard,
right,
as the outside for you to hold that shit together.
It's like a house with vinyl siding versus brick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they chose the wrong material for that in that current moment. Like framework is good. There ain't nothing else there. So I'm giving you a D minus.
They could have done a lot more. Some parts to me was a little bit too boorish. Action, so. Especially when Bumblebee shot Megatron in the back, like that did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I'm like, why would
like the power scaling upon different Autobots and Decepticons is
doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, doesn't make any sense. Like, how can you shoot Optimus, he get hurt? You shoot Megatron, he don't get hurt.
Yeah, he don't feel nothing.
Yeah,
he don't feel nothing. He was eating them joints. That tastes good.
Yeah, I think next season something should be done. I think this is more of an introductory type of show. These 6 episodes were introductory to the Gen 1, but the next season it might pick up a little bit. Who knows? Depending on which side they go with. Either they go with the Alita 1, see where she's at in the war, or go with the Optimus to see what he's trying to figure out, his solution into all this war. Now that he has the Allspark.
Cece, your thoughts? And what are you eating over there?
I got Domino's. I don't know if I'm just really hungry or what, but it's really good. They got here in good timing, so shout out to them.
You're lucky I'm full.
I was kind of leaning towards C plus B minus. I guess I'm being nice. primarily for all the things that you all just outlined. Like if you're gonna blow your budget on one voice, it needs to be Optimus Prime. Like it has to be. It just has to be. But I do agree the animation was pretty good. You know, not the best, but pretty good. And the storyline for the supporting characters is good. So hopefully they do the Avatar thing and you know, have a well-rounded character. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Instead of focusing entirely on Optimus.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because, again, the supporting cast, the more you think about the supporting cast, all of them seem more, like I wanted to know more about them than I did Megatron, or even though mainly Optimus Prime, but even Megatron still, he had a little extra spice. When he mentioned about that whole situation of them being in the mine, I didn't know nothing about that.
Me either.
So hearing about that, oh yeah, we were in the mines and y'all were living all high and mighty, like him adding that spice to it,
right,
makes him more than just I am a villain. My name is Megatron. I am a Decepticon. Therefore, I am a villain. It was like, nah, we're just Decepticons, but y'all treated us like trash. So we have this. And then Optimus giving you nothing, but he's just like, oh, my bad.
Right.
Can we be friends? Like, no, nigga. Do you understand what you did?
Yeah, Optimus
goes the nigga.
To a fault, just like Superman. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. Well, see, even Superman realizes when, like, I can't believe I'm saying something good about Superman. Even Superman kind of realizes where, oh, you know, maybe I effed up here. Like, I've seen instances where Superman's been like, okay, I'm thinking I'm doing the right thing, and I've messed up. So let me put faith in other people around me to help, you know.
Now, Superman is definitely a lot more humble and has a lot more conviction, which is why I like him so much more than Batman. Which is ironic because
I have no rebuttal.
Basically a god, and he's like mad humble, and then Batman. I'm rich. I just do what I want. But
here's the thing I'll say about Superman. That's one thing I actually like about the Superman story. The fact that he is this all-powerful alien. Mm-hmm. But they made sure that they put him in a place like Kansas, you know, somewhere in middle of America. Well, you know, they could have chose anywhere, but choosing that area of middle of America and not just giving him with any family. They gave him with a honest, hardworking, you know, loving family. Mm-hmm. And they gave him that thing where it's like, oh, I am a god. Like, I could do whatever I want, but I choose not to because I was raised by some good people and I'm going to do the right thing. That part of Superman, I enjoy. Mm-hmm. And that's what I liked about Man of Steel. I know a lot of people, do y'all hate Man of Steel? Because I hear a lot of people hate Man of Steel.
Okay.
Well, one thing I did like about the animated series was that they showed his relationship with his parents a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Like he stayed humble. Like even though he went to Metropolis, he never forgot about.
Exactly. But have you seen Man of Steel, the movie Man of Steel? The one with the okay.
So
I know this is not okay. What's the problem with Man of Steel?
The problem with Man of Steel is the movie is actually pretty good until the final battle when they destroy Metropolis. Okay. It's like what the hell is going on here? It was like it made Superman and I hate Goku, but in that movie,
that's what it was. It was Dragon Ball Z. It was Dragon Ball Z.
Superman was dumber than Goku. Like Goku would have been like,
"Let's go fight over here." Yeah, like, he always tells you, "Let's go fight out of the desert."
Yeah, and go fight over here. Whereas Superman was just like, "Oh, this big ass bass drum is just crushing the city."
Right.
But let me go and handle everything else and not worry about these people falling out of these buildings falling on these people, everybody getting buried under rubble. I'm gonna fight you in this crater though.
Right.
That used to be the city.
And then they kind of made him like hyper focused on Lois, where it was like she was the only thing that mattered, and the world would stop. I mean, I get it. That's your boo, but like he ain't care about nobody else but her.
Okay, right. Now here's my rebuttal to you, Rio. Right. Here's why I liked Man of Steel, and I liked Man of Steel a lot, and it's because it was telling the story of how he's becoming Superman. Like, he's not, like, nobody is perfect. Like, and I understand Superman's supposed to be this pillar of perfection or whatever, and he's supposed to be a good leader and all this other crap, but you have to grow to become a good leader. You have to grow to become whatever you're trying to achieve or whatever, right? So in your growing, you're going to make a lot of mistakes, especially if you're a superpowered alien. So you're right. He should have focused on going back to Metropolis. And well, no, he didn't know about the big old sound wave thing in the beginning when he was in Smallville at the time. He didn't know about that part. When he got there, yes, he could have focused on there. Of course, Zod was going to try to attack him and bring him down, but you would have to fight him off anyway. Now, if he throws you through a building, it's not your fault that people were getting mad like, look, they went through this building. And I'm like, if you watch, Zod threw him through the building. It's not his fault that he flew through the building if somebody throws you through it. Now, was he wrong for punching Zod into buildings as well? Yes. I'm not saying that was right, but remember, he's just now being Superman. Remember, at the time when he has a suit on, he's only been Superman for some months, maybe a year at most, and he didn't have to deal with aliens who have the same powers as him trying to destroy him or use him to bring back whatever you call it. What the fuck is the name of his shitty ass planet?
Krypton.
Krypton, yeah. They were basically trying to use his DNA to bring Krypton back to Earth. So I give him a pass for that. The only thing that I found dumb about that fight is when he had to make a choice between letting him laser these people down and killing him. I would be like, couldn't I just fly you up? Like, he was already destroying everything anyway. He's about to laser this family down. And he's telling them, no, stop. Okay, you have the power of flight. I can just fly him up out of the building and just like launch him in the air. There was no reason to snap his neck right then and there in that instance. Like, get the people, like you said, right there is an instance where he should have been thinking about the people.
Right.
Because I don't know, man.
The tone of the movie was all off too. Like,
but I like that tone. It was good.
It didn't fit. Like, the tone didn't fit. And the scene where he lets his father get killed by that tornado.
That was dumb. That was dumb.
The stupidest shit I've seen in a movie in a
hold
long
on.
time.
He didn't let his father. His father chose to die.
No, it doesn't matter. He let his father die. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if his father chose, because he could have easily went over there and did it. Easily. And here's the thing: what made that a better story, right? If he went there and saved him, right? Let the people, some of the people, not all of the people who were watching, let like a few like kids or something see Superman run over there and save his father, and then have his father be like, yo, they're talking about you, about how you just ran through a tornado and nothing happened to you. You can't be running around doing that. Like, that could have been a lesson for him to learn, like, yo, but you have to be more secretive. No, let people see him do it. And then no one's going to believe kids. That would have been a good lesson for him to learn. Remember when he was in the school bus, and one of the girls saw him do it? No one believed her. He was like, he pulled the entire bus out of the water, and they were like, all right. They just ignored her. So again, they should have gave him that lesson, like, yo, you did this once. Why are you doing this again? Don't do the, oh, no, son. Let me get eaten up by this goddamn tornado. Like, no.
That shit was stupid.
That was dumb.
If you want to be a screenwriter, just say that.
I should, because it's like certain instances where they need somebody else to like look over this and be like, okay, so why is this happening? And then like speak to the director like, you do understand that this makes no sense whatsoever.
So listen, I got a segment that you need to start, because you already do this, or we have a hashtag for you now.
What is it?
Alex's alternate endings.
Okay, I can do that. I can have alternate endings, because that is a lot of shit that I don't like that needs to be fixed.
Yeah, Man of Steel.
It's a good movie, because think about it. It's an alien invasion movie.
Yes, but
and then it just happens to tell you the story of Superman, and then show him as a kid when he could have beat up that boy, and he held because of his great family. He was like, all right, I'm not about to knock this kid's head past the moon real quick, and he just held onto that gate, and he crushed that gate, and he just walked away. He's like, all right, whatever, you got it. That was I love all of that, showing all that growth of a hero. I don't like people being perfect in movies. That's crazy to me. Like, I can't be Superman for like a year and then you tell me, You let that person fall on the ground? I'm like, nigga, I'm one guy. I can't be over here and over here at the same time. It's not possible. Even for Superman, it's not possible.
Sure it is, because he did it in Batman v Superman.
Let's not talk about that.
He did it in Batman v Superman.
He saved everyone in Batman versus Superman.
Lex Luthor threw Lois Lane off of a building, knowing that Superman, no matter where he was in like India or some shit.
That's different. That's one person.
Heard her scream, flew over there and saved her.
But look though, that's one person that he's in tune to, that he's in love with, versus you telling him to save 50 Joe Schmoes flying out of a window. I can't get them all. There's an alien punching me through buildings. I cannot save everyone. Like, and then y'all like, oh man, this ain't Superman. I'm like, Superman. Notice the word man is still in the name. Man is by nature is a contradiction. We are at fault for things.
He didn't have to save individual people. He had to destroy what was destroying the city.
He did
like if you show up at your house and
I like how this turned into a Superman podcast.
Well, I mean for this to happen.
It's good.
And you see somebody like trying to drive a car through the side of your house, or there's a car but nobody's driving, because nobody was driving that thing. It was just doing it. So the car's in drive and it's like running into your house. You get in the car and put that joint in park. Like, you stop that.
You're talking about you stopping one individual thing.
Okay. Yes, Alex, that's what he had to do.
But going to your point, Alex, that was one thing that I appreciated about the Transformer films, was them showing the collaboration, or even in the collaboration and then the conflict back and forth between the Autobots and the military, and how the military was basically doing damage control and making sure that like the people were safe while the Autobots fought the Decepticons.
Yeah, and even then too, should the Autobots just be running around like, oh no, we have to save all the little people? They didn't care. They were busting bullets in the middle of the city.
True.
They were busting bullets. So you need to get on Optimus Prime for his bullshit too. If you want to get on Superman for his bullshit. He was busting bullets in the middle of, was that Chicago or was that New York City? I think it was Chicago.
They were all over the place.
Yeah,
you could take all three of those movies and the damage still would
have been a world war.
Damage.
No, yes it would.
When they went to China,
they knocked off your hometown. Come on, bro.
Oh shit.
You gonna let some robots do that, but you gonna hate on Superman?
The whole country is hometown. This is why you're Mr. Problematic.
Goku is smarter than Superman. Hashtag.
Yeah, he is. I will give you that, because and here's a smart thing about Goku. Like, whoever's writing that, they're like, all right, he can't be busting up the city, right? That's crazy. So even when aliens come down or magical creatures come down, he says, all right, yeah, we can fight. And he literally says it almost every single time. Let's not do it here. Meet me over here in this corner over here. All right, set up a stadium over there. Let's throw bones. He never says, because even when he has messed up the city before, but he has said, all right, we're doing too much. Let's go this way. Or he'll try to lure you at least that way. Even if he can't, speak any sense into you, he'll try to lure you in a different direction.
Right.
The only amount of brains Goku has in his brain is like this big, but he knows not to try to kill you.
Because he's been shot too many times saving people. He knows
Who?
what to expect.
He got shot once.
One time is good enough.
Right, and Goku is a lot more killable than...
Which is retarded. It doesn't make it... stupid. It doesn't make any sense. How can you shoot at a Super Saiyan with a laser beam?
Well, remember...
Power scaling. No, what was it? Resurrection F. Frieza got his little man's... What was his name? Parfait or some crap like that? He got him to shoot Goku in the back, come right through the chest with a laser beam while he was a Super Saiyan God. Lasers hurt Super Saiyan gods. Well, I'm done with this.
Well, remember, Hit punched him and killed him.
Oh yeah, Hit punched him.
And Frieza
is stupid.
With the laser.
That's why Dragon Ball Z is stupid.
his little laser and blow
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Apparently, and apparently Frieza's lasers still work against Goku as well. But whatever.
Yeah.
Power scaling is stupid in these shows now.
Yeah.
Really stupid. Oh, I'm gonna shoot you in the chest, you live. I rip off your arms, you die. I turn Super Saiyan God, I die. If I'm Super Saiyan 1, I can beat you though. Who else we got?
Sam, what you rate?
Superman's weakness is to a rock.
Lord.
What else we got that's dumb? Oh, Optimus Prime existing, dumb.
God.
Ultra Magnus dying. Well, he got blasted right through the chest.
Hey man,
He
knew
crushed.
it was going to happen.
Yeah, he was talking. He was talking big shit too before he killed him.
Yeah, you can't be talking that. I ain't talking that mess. I'm trying to get my life spared, man. I ain't talking that mess. Okay, Lord Megatron. Whatever you say, Lord Megatron.
Whatever you.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
I'll say whatever
God.
I need to say. You know, you ain't killing me. I need my spark. Anyway, I guess are we done here? We had a good show.
Yeah.
We talked about a lot more than what is this? We're gonna call this super. We'll call this Super Transformers.
Was like a grumpy old man conversation, like back in my day, Optimus Prime.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's still trash.
He sounded like a man.
Yeah, exactly. He did sound like a man.
Shaved.
I could do Optimus Prime's voice better than that kid.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I am Optimus Prime, and nigga.
Wow.
Right.
Exactly.
And you could deliver that line much faster.
Yeah, you gotta close us out in that voice.
I can't do it now because y'all want me to do it.
Not now, but after we do our
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I can make it a skit or something.
Just say one nigga to rule them all. You good?
One nigga to rule them all.
It's a soundbite.
Yeah, what was that line that they would always say? It was is that what it was?
Niggas roll out.
Yeah.
No, they had like their line. There was like the Cybertron quote.
For Cybertron. Oh yeah. All is one or something like that.
Yeah.
Until all of Cybertron is one or something.
Yeah, until all are one.
Yeah, until all are niggers.
With the hard ER. Sheesh.
Okay, I'm done. All right. Bye, everybody.